There are stories we hear that sound too strange to be true. What if I told you that there is a simple everyday food that sends a witch running in fear? In today's video, we are diving into a chilling confession that reveals just that. You are about to hear how one woman used something from her kitchen, and what happened next will blow your mind. Get ready, because this is the witch's worst nightmare food revealed. If you watch this video to the end, please share your opinion in the comment section.
My sister called me one day and then she said, our mother is very sick. I took her to the hospital. They said she has schizophrenia. Mom, we are trying to treat her, but it's not working. And because you are the older one, I think you should know. So when she told me, honestly, I don't even know what came over me. But all I told her was, your mother doesn't have schizophrenia or whatever you are talking about. Whatever your mother is going through, she has brought it upon herself. She brought it upon herself. Then my sister was like, hey, it's true. It's true. She's always visiting different spiritual places. And that's it. I said, okay. So since you know, the only thing I can do is I'll come over at the weekend and come and see her condition. And then we'll know what to do. By this time, I had become a very prayerful person. Very, very prayerful person. So immediately I hung up. I called my spiritual father. And he didn't answer. So I sent him a message. I indicated. And I told him I was not going to go to my mother's house until he had given me approval. So on Saturday afternoon, he gave me clearance, but he just asked me to go with salt. He had prayed over salt. He asked me to go with salt. So I went. I went with a friend. When we went, we saw my mother. We spoke to her. She didn't look like somebody who had all these issues my sister was talking about. But as we prayed, I was led by the Spirit to sprinkle the salt all over the house. So I asked my sister's permission because that's her house. She gave us her consent. So together with my friend, we sprinkled the salt all over the house. We prayed. But just when we were leaving, my sister came and hugged me and said, oh, this grace that is upon you, hey, this grace for prayer, the way you pray, the way you, hey, I want to hug you and covet that grace. The heart of man is desperately wicked. So I hugged her and we left. A week later, my uncle calls me, and my uncle, prior to my uncle calling me, my sister had called me. We were having a conversation. And then I said, you know what? This condition that your mother is in, you go to work, you leave her all by herself in the house. I don't think it's the best. So let's get a house help, somebody to be with her in the house, so the person can at least monitor her movements and all of that. And my sister flared up. She didn't want anybody in the house because she had already brought a couple of people to the house, and our mother, by her attitude, had sent them away. So she didn't want anybody in the house. That was her excuse. I was also trying to reason with her that, but you can't leave somebody your mother's age and her condition. You cannot leave the person. You cannot leave her all by herself. You leave home around 5:30 a.m. You come home around 8 p.m. You cannot leave her to be all by herself. Somebody has to be with her. So in the course of the conversation, my sister flared up and insulted me. So I said, okay, I have never insulted my older brother. I will not have you disrespect me and insult me. Not because I insulted you, not because I said anything untoward, but because I made a suggestion which I felt would be the best for the both of you. So, well, I'm not going to speak about this matter again. In fact, it's your house. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. But make sure if anything happens, you don't involve me. And then I hung up. A week later, so I personally informed my uncle that this is what my younger sister had done. So I didn't want to have anything to do with them. Whatever they felt was okay for them to do, they could go ahead and do it. So my uncle was like, no, you are siblings. I can't sit and watch the both of you fight. You're only two girls. So I will have a conversation with your younger sister. A week later, my uncle calls me and tells me, well, I spoke with your younger sister. I asked her what would push her to rain insults on you. Did you do anything to her? She said no. Did you insult her? She said no. Did you disrespect her? She said no. So why would you insult your elder sister? According to my uncle, my younger sister said, my offense against her was that I had sprinkled salt in her house. She hadn't asked me to come and sprinkle salt in her house. Why did I come and sprinkle salt in her house? And that she was not home. She was out. By the time she came back, there was salt all over her house, and she was told I had been there to sprinkle salt. So I was like, I told my uncle, what are you talking about? But she was right there. In fact, she was the one who invited me. I went with my friend. My friend is a living testimony, a living witness. I asked her permission before I sprinkled the salt in the house. So what is she talking about? My uncle said, well, that's her charge against you. So I said, okay, no problem.